Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. Today guys, we're going to be doing the 1000 subscriber special. Now I do know I hit 1000 subscribers over 1 month ago, 1 month and 4 days ago. And I promised to do a Q&A video and now it is finally here. I did say I was going to do 100 questions, but unfortunately I just could not get 100 questions. I only got 41. So guys, I'll do a part 2 where I'll try to answer maybe 60 or something questions, and if we can hit 3,024 subscribers by the end of next year. So please be sure, if you want to see another Q&A video, hit subscribe. And let's get right into the Q&A video. First up, our first question comes from the Rack22, which asks, what is the best indie team right now in general? Indies and Monster Jam. Still, my opinion, it's going to be Team Scream. Team Scream, you know, they've just done really good this year. Team Scream is the GOAT. Independent's one of the first independent teams, and it's been around for a long time. Jim Coulter's been having a really good season this year. They're better than last year. He's been attempting more backflips. He's been making it farther in racing. And he's had some impressive skills challenges. Corey Romo's been having an okay season. Chris Kohler and Joe Foley have been doing really good seasons. This is Chris Kohler's first time full season in Monster Jam, and he's been doing really well. And this is Joe Foley's rookie season. He's also doing really well as well. So I'm going to decide to go with Team Scream. Our next question comes from Gerald Plays, who is asking, what your favorite movie except the SpongeBob movies? I might have to say Back to the Future or Home Alone. They're really good. Next up is, our next question comes from Odds On Favorite, which actually is just a comment that I'm going to react to saying, oh my god, thank you for doing that video. I went to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I even went with my cousin. And that's very cool, and you're welcome for doing that Monster Jam show in Cleveland, Ohio for you. Who knows, maybe we'll come back to Cleveland, Ohio for maybe an end of year or end of summer show. We never know. Our next question comes from Skystorm Moon, which says, try putting real monster truck sounds, buddy. It'll work out well, trust me. Well, sorry, but no. Putting in real monster truck sounds would take a lot of editing and a lot of researching to find all the truck sounds so it can be fine-tuned, and I just don't have the time, and it would take me so long to get out my seasons. So I just kind of like it how the way things are. So for events for now on, and the only shows that'll have real monster truck engine sounds will be the shows on Steel Titans or Steel Titans 2, or if I ever maybe do a BeamNG or Rigs of Rod show if I ever get those games. But sorry, no, unfortunately that will just not happen for any of the Pool Table or Monster Dirt Arena shows. Our next question comes from, how do you make your custom flags? So how I do this is I find 2 images of the flag. You can mostly find it on Google by just looking up the sponsor logo or just looking up the flags in general, like if you want to find the Gravedigger flag or the Zombie flag or the Son of Digger flag. Just find those 2 images, place them side by side on maybe a Word document, and print them, fold them, and tape them together, put a toothpick in them, and then it's finished. And that is how you make a flag. Our next question comes from Pro Gamer Connor Lambert _2346, which asks, how do you make a custom truck? So how to make a custom truck is that we just find images either off of Google or off of YouTube or off of Instagram and clip them into Paint and print to the correct size cutout and glue stick to a truck that matches the right type. Pretty simple. Maybe you can try it. Good luck. So that is how we make our trucks. That's how we've made a lot of trucks like Bad Company and the new Saigon Shaker and Velociraptor, Jester. So yep. Our next question comes from I think this one comes from the Rack. Or I think it comes from somebody on YouTube, but I forgot to look it up and see who it comes from. But they're asking, what is your favorite part of a Monster Jam event? My answer is definitely gotta be freestyle. Freestyle is just amazing. Seeing these trucks just sky high through the air, pulling off crazy saves, backflips, or back in the day when they used to crush cars and run with broken trucks. It was just really amazing and really cool. Well, I just really love the freestyle competition where you get to see these trucks just go crazy. Next up, the next thing somebody's asking is, where do you find the images for most of your customs? The images I find are mostly from YouTube, Google, or Instagram. Good images where I can find from YouTube are either from Monster Truck Lord, Avengers Racing, or Monster Truck Reels. As these YouTubers all have pretty good 4K high quality camera, and a lot of times you'll sit up front in the front row, so you can get that straight flat image of the truck, especially for the sides. Well, the roof and hood may be a bit harder to find, but maybe if you get blessed, maybe either the truck you're trying to get like your roof and hood for will do a bicycle right in front of one of the YouTubers. So that is how I can find some of the images for my customs. Is through them. And of course you can find maybe random images off Instagram or off Google. Oh, but but that's starting to become less common now. So if you really want to get images of customs, just go to either try to go on YouTube and try to find it from Monster Truck Lord, Avengers Racing, or Monster Truck Reels. Question 9 is saying, what do you use for custom BKT printing? Well, actually, I don't really use custom BKT printing. Now, on some trucks like Black Pearl, well, I actually just used a white oil-based pen Sharpie, and I just colored the black black 3D BKT with the white. But most of the trucks are just because the BKT printing was already there. Like the truck already had the BKT printed on it. For most trucks, like all my Gravediggers, some of the Megalodons, and other trucks, it just came naturally with the truck. Next up is saying, how can I meet you at the Wolf Finals in Nashville? Just look around. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you like exactly where, cause we don't want anybody to get me, but just look around. I'll be there. Or just look around. I'll just be around somewhere in lines, meeting all the drivers. So then, probably if like just as long as, cause I don't really like to be like harassed like while I'm eating and stuff like that, but like if you just see me around, I'm not really in a line, but come talk to me and say hi. Hey, I'll be open and welcome to say hi to you. I love to meet my fans. Next up, how do you color the beadlocks? How I color the beadlocks is by using a Sharpie. Just use a Sharpie and just be really careful and make sure you don't bleed over into the rims or onto the actual tire. But I just use a Sharpie just really carefully. Next up, what is your name? Well, I'm just kidding. I was about to say I'm Walter, but like we're just not gonna say that. But my name is actually Matthew, kind of like the Gospel of Matthew. So yeah. Next up, congrats on 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, we worked super hard to get here. I didn't expect that we'd get here that fast. So thank you to everybody who supported me. Next up is the question that came from the Rack 22 is, will I get King Sling? I am getting King Sling. I did buy and order the truck, but however I haven't seen it yet. Maybe that will be a present for my birthday. Next question also comes from the Rack saying, will I use King Sling for an encore? Maybe, but I don't know. I think we're just going to stick to what I think I have for Encore. I'm going to try to get King Sling as a display truck, so that's kind of a spoiler here for Wolf Finals Pit Party that you can see coming up that I'm doing, is I will have King Sling probably for a display, as a display truck or maybe a ride truck, but more than likely a display truck is what you'll see it as. But it will probably not be an encore. But you will probably see it in the truck parade, and you'll see it out in the pit party for my World Finals. My next comment comes from Cactus Cooler, who says, is that your mom helping you in your video? If so, I give her a shout out. You have a wonderful mom. Most kids are not so lucky. Fun to watch. Yes, that is my mom helping out in the videos, and we're super grateful and thankful to have her to help her out. So far this year, she has done a lot of help for some of these shows. She's helped us out a lot with Madeira Beach, Tacoma, Minneapolis, Al Lopez, Fargo, Stockholm, Tampa Show 1, Syracuse, and San Antonio. So a big thank you for all the help with all the filming, and if Mum is watching this. Next up, our next question comes from Monster Jam Fan 08 that says you should try to film the loading up at your shows. Well, the loading up my shows is probably going to be a no, because I already do film a lot for my shows, and I don't really want to be posting too many videos, yeah, I just don't want to add any more stuff. I think I already filmed a lot for my shows, so you probably won't be seeing that. And plus, what I do for most shows is I just take the trucks back to my room and I don't load them up, since I don't have the time to like drive it on the ground in the trailer. Some days, since I have to like set everything up for the next show, and it can be busy because I'll have homework and stuff like that. So yeah. My next question comes from Brad Newton that says, where did you get all those new trucks that didn't come out yet? Well, all the trucks that I have that didn't come out yet, they're all customs. Trucks like Bad Company, Thunder Warris, and Lucas Stabilizer are all customs. That have not come out yet, that we talked about earlier on how I make customs. Our next question comes from Pro Gamer Connor Lambert _2345 2346 that asks, when can I get a shout out? Okay, so I'm really sorry. I remember during the Tampa shows, he was begging, and I wouldn't say begging, but he was asking for a shout out. Oh, and I just kept forgetting. Like, it could be hard at times. Like, you know, I'd have a long busy day at school, and I would just forget it. So yeah, I'm really sorry, guys, if you ever asked me for a shout out at certain videos and shows. There's a good chance I could forget, because I'll be busy and I'll just forget. So I'm really sorry. Just kind of remind me closer to when that video is to come out, and I'll try to remember and have a reminder to shout you out. Next up, our next one comes from Monster Jam Rolando, who's asking, are you going to start use Avenger theme song? Yes, I have been using the real Avenger theme song all year because unfortunately Let Me Hear You Scream is copyright, but somebody on YouTube did upload the theme song with it kind of like with an arena effect on it, so that way you don't get copyright, right? Which has been what we've been able to use now for this season for the shows. I did see somebody somehow, I think the same Arena Effect Aviator 2, he somehow got away with uploading the Avenger theme song without copyrights, and he just uploaded the song plainly. So I don't know if something changed where the song is no longer copyright. I don't know. So yeah, but we're going to be using the Avenger theme song for the season. Our next question comes from Pro Gamer Connor Lambert _2346, who's asking, can you do a arena show on Pensacola when it comes? And another shout out for my hometown. Yes, we will be doing Pensacola on Mother's Day, May 14th. We will be doing Pensacola, and Pensacola will actually be the final stop for the Arena Series West. We cannot wait to see who wins when we get there, but we still have quite a few stops up for the tour to see who will win. And still, anybody can still get this, as this really good events and stuff anybody can need. They'll try to boost themselves back up. But yes, we will be doing Pensacola, and yes, we will try to give you a shout out, as I'll definitely need a reminder the day before the show, so that way I can remember to shout you out for the show, for the finale of Arena Series West. When that time comes around, we're almost 1 month away until Pensacola. Next up, our next question comes from Cackling, Yapping, and Crapping, who's asking, do you custom those trucks? Yes, me and my dad do custom these trucks that we have for these shows. And then our next question comes from Grey Goat that says, bro, that's not what a monster truck sounds like. Yeah, we try our best to try to make the humming sound. If you don't like it, just like mute the video and watch it, or watch only the Steel Titan shows where we do have the actual monster truck sounds. I'm sorry if you don't really like it. I'm just really sorry. I'm just really sorry. There's nothing really else I can say. Maybe one day we'll move all of my shows over into like Demon G or Rings of Rods or Steel Titans. Maybe I don't know. But I do like doing shows with the diecast trucks. Our next question comes from Monster Jam Fan 08, asking if that is the Monster Machine's Velociraptor, right? Yes, guys. Ever since Biloxi, we have been using a Monster Machine's Velociraptor for Travis Mary for the blue one, and that is going to continue to be ran throughout the rest of the season. And the next question comes in asking, where is the Jurassic Attack Monster Machine? Unfortunately, guys, the blue Jurassic Attack Monster Machine will not be used for this season. And due to the fact that Jurassic Attack has changed colors from being blue for the past 2 years in 2021 and 2022 to now turning into being green this year. So the body is now green, so that is why we will not be having the Monster Machine Jurassic Attack, as the Monster Machines one is blue. Maybe we'll have the blue Monster Machine Jurassic Attack come back, because we're thinking about maybe, since there's only 6 trucks for the finale stop in the United Emirates, we're thinking that the blue Monster Machines Velociraptor will come back and Team Doll Monster will do an overseas show for the finale stop of the international tour. So that'll be very interesting, and a bit of a spoiler right there. Next up, our next question comes from George Luna, who says, hey, I check comments on other videos like this, and I see some people being mean to you. So just to let you know, ignore the haters and do what you want to do. Yeah, don't worry, I don't really take really personal, like, people being mean in comment sections, because they're not saying it to my face, we're hiding behind a screen. And if they are, I just usually like to meme them, or troll them, like, send sort of a meme, or troll them back in a friendly, not mean and rude way. Okay, so we don't really mind trolls that much here. Our next question comes from Caddis Cooler, saying, thanks for the video, I love watching in your Monster Jam trucks. It's awesome to see that some of your mum even helps you out. Keep doing what you're doing. You're having a blast, and it puts a smile on my face. You're welcome. We'll keep doing these shows for you fans, and for your entertainment. You're welcome. Stay tuned for the next shows. Next up, our next thing comes from Old School MJ, in which there hasn't been a save like that in years. And that was actually a comment left on my YouTube short for the Black Pearl save from Tampa. And I'm like, yeah, that was a really cool save. Hey, we haven't seen something like that in years. I do wish that the officials can be a bit less, be more like, and not shut the trucks off so much. I hope the officials don't do that. Like, the officials on Stadium Tour Blue are just been doing amazing this year ever since Ryan called the Mountain San Diego show too. But the Stadium Tour Red officials, these haven't been that good. I wish they could be like less lenient on or more lenient on the RII and not RII trucks so much. Like, Tom Meents this year has just been robbed so many times of a cool save, such as in Tampa show 1, Detroit shows 1 and 2, and Syracuse. He's been so close to getting on that one of those cool classical maxi sidewall saves, but he gets shut off. So I hope the officials cannot shut the trucks down as much, so we can see them burn it down, just like in the old days. Our next question comes from Jordan Javier that says, dude, it called and endo. This is a comment to my El Toro Loco short that I posted from Miami. Yeah, I try to put front roll or front flip sometimes, just so I can get more clicks and more views onto the video. And some of these moves, there's so many different terms for them, but yeah. Technically, it could be a somersault as well, but yeah. Alright, next up, question 30 comes from the Blue Rex that says, the Walmart Skills Challenge got me and then we got laughing emojis. He's, well, Blue Rex emoji. We're currently in the working of trying to get my two friends, Jackson and Jonas, over here, and we're gonna go play hide and seek in a Walmart, and the winner will get $20. This video is not confirmed, isn't still in the works, as we have to wait until, you know, when both of the boys are free, and when we're in a financial position to try to give away $20. Hopefully through my YouTube monetization, this can make it a bit easier so I can earn some money, and the winner can win some money in a hide and seek game at Walmart. It's gonna be an interesting one. Next up, our next question comes from Mohawk Warrior 001, who's asking, when was your first time in Monster Jam? My first Monster Jam show was in Tampa, show number 1 of 2013. Was my first show. So if you want to learn more about like me going to Monster Jam and all the shows I've been to and all my experiences, you should definitely go watch my history videos of the history of me going to Monster Jam. Definitely go watch those videos, as that shows a huge highlights of shows like this. Next up, our next question comes from the Blue Rex, who is asking, can you do a Glendale, Arizona show? Yes, we will be doing Glendale. It will be coming out this Sunday. It'll be on Steel Titans 2, and we'll have another show for Stadium Tour Blue out there in Glendale, Arizona at State Farm Stadium. Stay tuned for that, as it's going to be a great show. We cannot wait. Our next comment comes from BuckFan23, who asked, does Mentz get that 15th championship this year? At this year's World Finals? We're hoping. Hopefully he can try to get it. Well, Tom Mentz hasn't had the best of seasons. He's had some failures in the skills challenge, and he's struggled in freestyle, and he's struggled in racing. Hopefully Tom Mentz can turn it around and start to have a good end to the season with the few shows that he has remaining, such as the Philadelphia, Atlanta, Foxborough, East Rutherford, and Cleveland. Hopefully he can do really good in those last few remaining shows. They can hopefully maybe try to pull home a championship. Our next question comes from Gomzillasaurus, who says, where did you get that Raminator and Ramunition toy at? Well, Raminator and Ramunition were not toys that we bought. They are simply customs that we made. Question 35, I'm saying they did not do the Gravedigger intro in South Haven, Mississippi Lander Center. Well, I do like to have special introductions, since my shows are different than IRL. Well, I like to do different, like how I do my special introductions for this year. Here, how I do them are, if you're either if you either won World Finals last year, or if you're the current season champion, or you won a championship series last year, you automatically get yourself a special intro. Or if you're Lucas Stabilizer running at Indianapolis, or if you're Great Cliffs Mohawk Warrior in Minneapolis, or Bakugan Dragonoid Anaheim, where you'll get your special intro because it's like the sponsor's hometown. Or if you're running the Rod Ryan show, or if Thunder Wars is competing in that event, he'll get a special intro since he is a brand new truck. Our next question, question 36, comes from Monster Jam Fan Wait that says, Lucas Stabilizer is now available on Superstore. I have seen that, but I probably won't be getting it until it comes out in stores. Because A, the Superstore is really expensive. I can just kind of go to Walmart and get Stabilizer for $2, then I'm going to have to, and get it like fast, and I don't have to wait for it to ship. Compared to getting online where it will take forever to ship. Kind of like how on the 20th anniversary Max D took super long to try to get, and it's also more expensive online. So I'm gonna probably wait until it comes out in the store. Hopefully Lucas Stabilizer can come out soon, so I can maybe get it for the final shows of the year, for my beach shows, or that for the season finale, the Houston shows, or Reno. Our next comment that we're reacting to comes from the Rack 22. If Corey ran Rage, that would be so awesome. It would be cool to see Corey Rummel run Rage at World Finals. If Mangy Tyler Duke runs Megalodon at World Finals, maybe Corey Rummel can bring back Rage. Since he isn't independent, so he has more freedom for what he can do and what truck he can run. Because we'd love to see Rage compete at a World Finals someday. I think Rage was super close to making it to a World Finals in 2017, but just quite missed it. Rage probably would have made it to World Finals in 2021 if they had a World Finals in 2021. Only one day Corey Rummel can bring back Rage and run it during the first quarter and bring it into the World Finals. Question 38 comes from Kaylin that says, the national anthem gave me chills. While I was crying, I was there. It was so beautiful. The national anthem is also a really cool part of Monster Jam events. That is why I film it, because sometimes the national anthem at Monster Jam can be pretty fire. Some of the most fire national anthems I've ever heard at Monster Jam were, without a doubt, Tampa 2022, World Finals 21 Saturday, the Saturday night event, Tampa Show 2 of this year, and the Dude in Jacksonville from this year. They were all super fire national anthems. They could probably go check out on my YouTube channel. So, because national anthem can be pretty fire sometimes, and it can send some chills down my spine knowing that we're super close to seeing all the trucks coming out of the tunnel and getting start to the Monster Jam action. Our next question comes from It's Joe9711 that says Dragon and Thunder Wars are not competing this weekend. Alright, so what I like to do for my shows is I'd like to balance out all the arena shows during the first quarter to be 8 trucks. So even if the 2 failed trucks, Dragon and Thunder Wars, couldn't make it out, I'm still going to include them in my show since my rules are a tiny bit different than the IRL rules. Question 40 comes from Pro Gamer Connor Lambert _2346 that says Lord is good and Goss is good. He meant to say God, but he made a typo. Oh, amen to that. As a comment, since we were just getting out of Easter was last weekend, so just amen to that. And that is really facts, and that is true. Our last question comes from, is Seattle going to be made today? Unfortunately, unlike last year, we're not doing Seattle this year. Unfortunately, kind of got announced too late when I was in the process of making my season schedule. Well, and, I just didn't want to add any more shows because it's already super busy as it is with doing shows, so we didn't want to add any more, especially since Seattle would be a pool table show. So maybe I could come back and maybe do Seattle at the end of year show. Maybe, but we'd have to find out. And that is going to be the end of this video. I'm going to put the slide saying when my next video will be, but my next video will be coming out later today, as we'll be playing more of SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake, where we'll backtrack to Halloween Rock Bottom to get some of the good noodle stars for Mrs. Puff, and try to find the last of blooms. Alright everybody, that's been the end of this video. We'll see you next time. Thanks for 1,000 subscribers. Bye bye everybody, have a God bless day. See you later on today for another video.